Lagos Prince weeps over demolition of shopping complex on land secured by court judgment 79 years ago. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel to get notified when we post hot juicy news updates. Please click on the notification bell. Come to our aid and battled royal family members and investors beg Sanwo-Olu. Demolition backed by documents says new developer. Larry Akinsemoyi broke down and wept like a baby as he narrated the ordeal that befell his family on Sunday, August 20, 2023, when the Lagos developer Saheed Kenshiro allegedly supervised the demolition of a shopping complex at Akinsemoyi Street by Breadfruit Street, Balogun, Lagos. Kenshiro was allegedly in company of some officials of Lagos State Building Control Agency, LABSCA, and heavily armed policemen whose mission was to pull down a just completed three-story shopping complex comprising shops, offices, and open spaces belonging to a consortium of investors anchored by developer and businessman Chidozie Chikelu, the CEO of Goodwave Resources Limited. The cry and weeping of traders and investors on the edifice could do nothing to stop the demolition exercise. By the time the dust settled, the 500 million edifice and 200 million worth of goods had turned into rubble. Amid tears, the great-grandson of former Oba of Lagos, Akinsemoyi, who reigned between 1704 and 1749, recalled this ordeal. He said, on August 20, 2023, to the greatest shock of my life, I witnessed the demolition of a building on our family land which was legally leased out to Goodwave Resources on a 15-year leasing agreement. Since 1944, when the Supreme Court gave the land to a family, there's never been any contention over it till now. I broke down in tears and struggled to stop them, but there were more than 50 policemen preventing people from going at the demolition site. It is a shame that we are being treated this way. We are a royal house of Lagos. Saheed Kenshiro supervised the demolition together with some Lagos State officials. How do you want us to live now? The land is an inheritance that has been helping us from generation to generation. We need Mr. Governor to come to our aid. Prince Akinsemoyi said, not even a court injunction obtained by my family to stop further activity on the land had yielded result. He said, a few days ago, after the demolition exercise, the site was quickly cleared and another project commenced on it in spite of a court injunction forbidding further activity on the land. Throwing more light on the issue, Gbenga's elder brother Oyeku Akinsemoyi said, and I quote, we went to court immediately after the demolition and got an injunction. But despite a subsiding court injunction forbidding further activity or development on the land, the said Kenshiro has continued to work on the land, something we all view as unbridled impunity. Emeka Ejogu, a filmmaker and representative of the developer, said the due diligence was done and clearance secured before construction commenced on the site in February 2023. Ejogu said, and I quote, we are not only surprised that our building was so wickedly brought down in a manner eliciting much suspicion, we are shocked that the authorities who declared it off-limit for our use would allow Kenshiro to build on it. The developer had approached the Akinsemoyi family in 2021, requesting a lease that would enable him to erect a shopping complex at the then vacant land. He then applied to the Lagos State government for the approval and a permit to build on the land. The law exercise was painstaking and it followed due process. The status of the land was won through the appropriate channels and found to be free from previous acquisition and encumbrances that could hinder it ineligible to be sold or leased before granting the developer concession to access the land. A letter from the Office of the State Surveyor General dated July 13, 2021 with reference number OSG 272-2022, volume X64 and signed by the do of Tejoso Adenike, Mrs. Adenike A. Mrs. on behalf of the Surveyor General Lagos State gave the approval for the building to commence. It was after this that the job took off in February 2023 and finished in August 2023. The demolition came as a rude shock to all of us. Many traders has gone to great lengths to adorn their shops with decorations and fittings and stock them with goods. Some have lost everything. Kenshiro is not only defying the court ruling, He has been heard claiming that he had the verbal backing of Governor Sanwo-Olu in pulling down the building. In the light of this, we are calling on the governor to help us on the matter once and for all. We also want Senate questions asked agencies of government like LabSCA that appear to have been implicated in this matter to be answered. We are not certain that a governor, known for his respect for the rule of law and an astute defender of the rights of the less privileged, would order the demolition of a building of such economic importance to the people. When contacted, Keshinro said he had necessary papers to build on the site. He said, "We cannot go onto a land and begin to demolish and build without having the necessary papers. We have shown the family the paper, but some of them don't want to believe us. As for LabSCA, they are simply carrying out a substituting order." Confronted with a court injunction urging that the status quo be maintained, Keshinro said he had not received any such order. "We are always on site and we are yet to see any court officials serving us any injunction," he said. The traders also came out in number to speak out against the unlawful and wanton demolition of the complex built from the sweat of their labor and demanded urgent intervention from the governor. Brandishing posters and placards condemning the wanton destruction, with some of them calling on Governor Sanwo-Olu to intervene in the matter. The traders carried out a peaceful protest around Kakawa and Broad Street to drive home their point. So why did they not come out to speak before now? Ijegu said he had been meeting with Lagos officials who had been appealing to them to be calm. "We realized that they have been deceiving us because work was going on at that site, and that is why we came out to speak for Mr. Governor to come to our aid." At the time of filing this report, LabSCA is yet to react to questions from the reporter. Now wow. This one enter. Now imagine this thing now is happening to this thing happened in 2020. What's it called? 2023, right? Let me go and so I don't misquote them. Okay, happened in 2023. You understand? But it has been a case that has been coming from 2021. Now imagine this one now people will get house and they cry. What about people's whose life investments? They collected loans, set up their businesses, as in where then they see their daily 2K. The place where we say then they use flaunt money they come from. Hey God. As in the place they live from, the only business that sustains them. What of people will be say then lose them? Such people, do you think that some of them no die? Some of them died. Even without only this one, because this particular Balogun Lagos is that particular area in Lagos now. There is this area in Lagos that is always gutted by fire almost every year. Sometimes twice in a year, sometimes 3 times in a year. I am telling you, Balogun, Martins Streets, and one other particular complex. That place, you go always hear say, fire got that particular place. You get? So I keep asking this question, why? Imagine the pains of seeing your investment for this life, a full-blown adult, all the work where you don't do for this life, God forbid, then they crush and down. Some people feel die you, for that matter. Some people feel really, really die. Where they want to start from. And just like he said, that particular land, they have been using it from generation to generation. All of a sudden, you can't reach that. They'll be feeling like failures. When this story is going to be told, they'll be feeling like failures to the unborn generation. It will be like, say, waiting that they do when they collect this land, people say they generate this thing revenue for us. Now imagine how those who their houses were crushed, those who their businesses have been shut down for weeks. For this country, only God now go fear us for this part of the world. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.